Catch you in another video here for the NBA main slate here on Sunday. We got a really small slate, only 3 games. Real quick, let's see what we did last night. Another pretty disappointing night, to be honest. So let's load in my lineup. So this is my final lineup with Kyrie, Burks, Hernangomez, Lyles, Jokic, Dame Lillard, Bam Adebayo, and Clarkson. So the blowout in Chicago really killed me. Kyrie only played 21 minutes, so that hurt because he was pretty low owned. So my core was Burks, Hernangomez, Trey Lyles, Clarkson, as well as Nance. So I ended up putting Bam instead of Nance. But Larry Nance had a very, very good game. Clarkson was the one disappointment. He did get injured, did not come back in the fourth quarter, so that's pretty frustrating stuff. And then Lyles, Hernangomez, Burks, all very good for their price. So I hope you guys had a little more success than Jokic. He did pretty good for his price tag, as well as Lillard. But again, Clarkson was the letdown, him getting injured, as well as Kyrie, the blowout. So that held me back from cashing in most of my entries. So I'm ready to get back on the right side of things today. Again, only 3 games, so I'm probably just taking the GPPs. Keep it light. Again, with these short slates, you don't want to go crazy, but okay, let's get into it. So KEMBA at the top at 8.5 here at point guard. He hasn't really flashed the upside that he has earlier in the season, but the price has dropped, which I do like. 8.5K is decent. And the Knicks are a pretty good matchup here. So KEMBA, I'm definitely considering. So Kyle Lowry he has not looked good here the last 3 or 4 games. He's not shooting it a lot, and when he is, he's just not making any shots. So that does concern me. His assists are there, but his scoring is he's kind of taking a backseat to Kawhi, so that does concern me. I think this is the highest, let's see, Milwaukee, Toronto. Yeah, this is the highest over-under of the day, so you definitely want to target some people in this game. Bledsoe, though, is a pretty good defender. So Kyle Lowry, I think he's okay, but he's just he's not playing the best right now, so I don't know if I want to go there. And then you got the Utah-San Antonio game, which I don't really know how to feel. Like, Mitchell he's so up and down. So I'm kind of trying to avoid the Utah-San Antonio game as of right now. Bledsoe at 7-1. I think he's okay. And Lowry's a pretty good defender, so not the best matchup either for him, but 7.1 is a pretty fair price tag. So Rubio at 6.3, I really only like targeting him when Donovan Mitchell's out, but he still does have some upside. The price is pretty good here, so I am considering Ricky Rubio at 6.3. Moutier, just when you thought we could trust the minutes, you couldn't. The Knicks just kind of ran at the second unit, so I do think he's going to have like a floor of 25 minutes or so, and the matchup's pretty good here against KEMBA. The price tag is up, though, to 6K. I don't know if I want to play 6K for Emmanuel Mudiay. Let's see. As far as like the cheap point guards, Tony Parker is just so up and down. He does have some upside, so again, I'm only sticking to GPP, so I might take a shot on him. He is boom or bust. And then maybe you could take a shot at Alonzo Trier. He does have that. He does have 40-point upside. We've seen it a couple times here recently. So if Moody is not playing well, they will roll a Trier, and he is going to shoot the ball a bunch. So Trier definitely could consider at 3.6. Okay, let's move on to shooting guard. DeRozan at 8.7. He's been playing pretty good here the last few games. The matchup not the best here against Utah though, but he's really taking over this team. Aldridge kind of taking a back seat, so I think of the two, DeRozan or Aldridge, I think I prefer DeRozan, even though he is priced up more. Hardaway, I thought he was like the one Nick you could always trust for playing good minutes, but he did get limited to 23 against Brooklyn. So if there's a chance that he's going to get limited again today, then I just can't pay 6.7 for Hardaway. He has huge GPP upside, but if his shot's not falling, he definitely can hurt you. Middleton, in the secondary Milwaukee pieces like Middleton, Bledsoe, I have more interest in when Giannis is out. When Giannis is in, I think I would rather just pay up for Giannis in that floor and then go from there. Jeremy Lamb, We saw him get limited again. These Hornets, you can't trust any of the minutes basically besides KEMBA. I thought you could trust Jeremy Lamb, but then he comes out and plays 21 minutes against Denver. So it's just you never know the minute situation for the Hornets. I hate seeing them on the schedule because it's just so fluky. And the same thing kind of here with the Knicks. Like you just don't know. Dotson, he has flash and upside. The price is pretty good at 4.3. Again, you're gonna have to take some risks today, so I wouldn't mind taking a risk at Dotson. Let's see. Danny Green, just not someone I really like playing. He kind of stands in the corner a lot. But he does, if he's gonna knock down a couple of threes, he can easily get you there. So 4K is not a bad salary. He's gonna play some good minutes, so I think he's pretty good for salary relief. Okay, let's move on to small forward. And I think my strategy right now is just going to be paying up for these two with Giannis and Kawhi. They just have the highest floor out of anyone here in this 3-game slate. And the over-under is the highest of the day. So I think Kawhi and Giannis, I think right now I'm just plugging and playing both of them. Let's see. So again, this Utah-San Antonio game just not really appealing from a fantasy aspect. Like Ingles, Rudy Gay, they're okay, but I think I'll look elsewhere. So Marvin Williams at 4.9. Again, these Hornets, so inconsistent with their minutes, but he does have some upside. Again, you have to take some risks here, so I wouldn't mind taking a couple shots on a Hornet or a Nick here because they do have some upside. Kevin Knox, same thing. Again, you're going to have to take some risk on the slate, so Knox does have some upside as well, and the minutes are just fluky for both those teams, but they do have some upside. Okay, let's move on to power forward. And Aldridge I do like the salary here at 7.3, but they actually closed with Jakob Poeltl instead of Aldridge. He got limited to 23 minutes, so I don't know what to do with Aldridge. I think, again, the salary is enticing, but I think I would just rather pay up for Giannis and Kawhi. As far as Siakam, Ibaka, I don't think Valanciunas will start this game because Milwaukee kind of runs more small ball. So I think this is more of a SERGE Ibaka game. So I think I prefer Ibaka today. Again, I think he will pick up the start. Noah VONLEH. So they had been closing with him the last 3 games, but they actually closed with Mitchell Robinson the last game. And for some reason, they just don't want to give Enes Kanter more than 25 minutes. And VONLEH, again, they had been closing with him, but then they didn't last game. So it's just the Knicks are just a mess. VONLEH, he does have upside. Again, we're going to have to take some risks here, so I think he's okay. Derek Favors, I don't think I would go there. Don't chase that 41-point fantasy point game. Gobert did get ejected within 3 minutes, so that's why Favors had to play some more minutes. So I don't know if I would chase that at 5.1. Let's see. So KAMINSKY at 3.7. I do like this play. He's basically playing a backup 5 to CODY ZELLER. But he does have some upside. He's a high usage guy, kind of like a Mason Plumlee or Sean Holmes off the bench. So I do think KAMINSKY at 3.7 does have some upside. So I'm definitely considering him today as a cheapie. Let's see. Ilyasova, but he's just not seeing enough minutes. 3.2 is pretty good salary, but again, he's not going to see more than maybe 15 minutes or so. Bertans, just this game, the Utah San Antonio game, just ugly in general. All right, let's move on to center. Again, center I do really like today. So Gobert at 8.2. Again, he got ejected within 3 minutes, but previous to that, he's flashed some pretty good upside. Not a guy I really like playing a lot, but there's not a whole lot of options here at center, and Gobert does have some good upside. He should have his way against LaMarcus Aldridge. So Gobert, I actually am considering playing him today. Kanter, I love playing Kanter, but they just don't want to give him more than 25 minutes. We saw what he did against Brooklyn in 26 minutes, put up close to 50 fantasy points. I love targeting bigs against Charlotte, so Kanter, I'm considering, but I just wish they would give him some more minutes. So Valanciunas picked up the start, and he had a great game against Brooklyn. Again, centers against Brooklyn is very profitable strategy. So Valanciunas, he does have upside when he's out there. I would have interested in him if he picked up the start again. If he's coming off the bench, he's probably going to be limited to, again, probably around 18 minutes or so. So I would have more interest in Valanciunas if he picked up the start. Brook Lopez, fair play. I mean, he's going to play some decent minutes here. And if he can knock down some threes, he can definitely get you value at 4.6. So I think he's decent value there. Cody Zeller, I do really like this play, again, at 4K. Him and Frank Kaminsky are basically going to split the big minutes. So New York does play big with Cantor. If he's not out there, they have Mitchell Robinson. So I think Cody Zeller should post for 25 to 30 minutes. And 4K is too cheap for Cody Zeller, so I do really like that play. Jakob Poeltl, again, you could take a risk. They kind of closed with him last game instead of Aldridge, so he does have some upside, so I wouldn't mind taking a shot at Jakob Poeltl today at 3.9. And then Mitchell Robinson, he did close last game, saw 21 minutes, so I think he's okay at 3.4 for salary relief. Okay, so since this, I mean, it is a 3-game slate, but I will give my core today. Again, guys, I would go really light, kind of ugly slate. So definitely do not enter a lot. But I think Giannis and Kawhi again. I think I just want to lock in the floor at both of them, and then I really like a couple cheap bigs, Cody Zeller, as well as Frank Kaminsky. I know there's some negative correlation playing both of them, but centers against the Knicks. Cantor does not play a whole lot of defense, and neither does Mitchell Robinson, so I do like both of them. And then finally, let's see, who else did I want to play? Okay, yeah, I think Gobert at 8.2. I think he's going to come out with some fire because he got ejected last game. He's going to want to have a good game. Centers against the Spurs do pretty well, so I think that's a pretty good core today if you are playing the slate. And then you could, for guards, you're going to have to go kind of risky, take some shots maybe on like a Nick or a Hornet, and go from there. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for today's video, guys. If you have been enjoying the content, please like this video, subscribe. If you have any questions, you can leave in the comment section down below. It's also important to follow me on Twitter. That will be in the description below. And I think we got a pretty nice slate on Monday, so I'll be back then. So yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow.